Tolman. This is a very important day for the legal system in New York City. Brett, let me see you. Is Brett? There is Brett Tolman. Okay. Brett, 2 points. I think this is a win for Trump, this scaling down of the bond requirement and the extra time to pay. I think that's a win for Trump. And I'm asking, what does this mean for the judge in the case and Letitia James? What's their standing now?
Yeah, no, I think you're exactly right. This is a win for Trump. And remember, some of this may be the result of a lot of the public outcry of such an outrageous move when you have a bank that wasn't harmed, wants to continue to do business, and you have an individual. I mean, this is a civil case, and they're threatening to take down an entire enterprise, a very important business in New York, and this very well can be the aftermath of that public outcry. But it gives them a new opportunity to put this bond up and then get the appellate court to rule in this decision, this outrageous decision.
How do you think it's going to play out now?
Well, it's interesting because the appellate side will go forward, and you certainly have judges that will be analyzing whether or not the facts were sufficient to justify what the court had ruled. And there are issues relative to the facts in this case. On the other side, you have the Trump team that's, in essence, they have a due process that they have to go through in order to fight this on the practical side. So they will be fighting, the amount of money and whether or not there are other owners of some of these businesses. Those individuals get to file claims. So you're talking a legal mess as a result of really what is poor lawyering on the part of the DA.
You got that right. Senator Rubio from Florida, he says Trump's immunity claims raise a legitimate issue in terms of immunity claims. Roll it, please.
I do think there's a legitimate issue here that we need to talk about writ large, especially after what we've seen the last 3 years. Is, do we want to live in a country where basically the opponents of a president can extort them, can have leverage over them during their entire presidency and say, don't worry, once you're out of office, we're going to prosecute you, we're going to come after you, we're going to charge you for this crime.
Brett, what should a sitting president be immune from? Will Trump win this immunity case in this case?
Well, the immunity case is really untested, but it's very important. And keep in mind, there's a reason why the founders of this Constitution also did not indicate that an individual with a felony could not run. They did not want the executive branch to go after their opponents, the political opponents. So you can have a felony, you can run for president. They were very much concerned. So now you have the founders of the Constitution telling us that don't use the criminal law to eliminate your political adversaries. And then while they're president, they specifically outlined one way in order to go after them for high crimes and misdemeanors, and that was through impeachment. And if there's a conviction in the Senate, they could be impeached and removed from office and forbidden to run ever again. I mean, that was the solution to get around this, use of the executive branch and the criminal law to go after political opponents. Because remember, they had seen that in other countries. They were students of history. So we need to be students of history at this point in time and recognize that there's a reason why immunity is so important. And I think the Senator Rubio is absolutely right. And it should apply regardless whether you're Democrat or Republican or whether you like or dislike Trump.
Brett Tolman, thanks for shedding real light on what's going on in our courts these days. Brett, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.